Now, if we haven't already, I would suggest that you go watch the first video that I made discussing the factors and everything about my issues with AI art. It's best that we get every single word in this deep dive to be heard. Because bitch, if you start watching the second video without watching the first one, then I'm gonna have problems with you. So with this AI art development, we are definitely going to have a very changed up future. A lot of things are going to be much different from when they were back then. And is it really a good thing? No. Is it a bad thing? Not all of it necessarily. However, I do see it to be a little more bad if we keep overhyping AI art on social media like we do today. Now, I will go ahead and give the benefit of the doubt that 2D animations can be created much quicker, and conveying a story and focusing on that story may not be as stressful, because since this art is generated so quickly, framing the animations will be a lot more easier and things will be put together a lot quicker. This will remove the weight off of everyone's shoulders in the business. However, speaking of business, this is where we get to job opportunities. Now, if we look back at history, we will realize that we first started sewing and making our own clothing, and we were getting paid for that. Then we started developing more mechanics, and we started having more factories put out there. That helped speed up the process of making our clothing. However, it also ended up putting everyone out of a job. So in order to make progress and growth requires change. And people will change the factors on whether or not this task should be performed by a machine or a human being. You could take the job at greeting people at the drive-thru and taking their orders, for an example. God damn it, I don't know. Could you imagine Siri or Alexa taking your order? I couldn't. Could you imagine what it would be like to drive up there and not even be greeted with, "Hello, welcome to McDonald's, how may I take your order?" But rather just awkward silence and pressure to spit out your order? Okay, so, I'll have a Big Mac and a milkshake.
Okay, here's what I found on the web for
God damn, how do you... I said, put in an order for a Big Mac and a milkshake. Please. Siri? Hello?
Sorry, I couldn't quite understand you.
Like, you get it. That's frustrating. That change would be frustrating. And sure, we may have a few new ones, but only a few. In the end, I think having multiple jobs is very important, especially since we are in a growing population. There needs to be a balance between everything so that everybody can be satisfied, or at least satisfied enough that it won't cause any more harsh future conflicts. You should focus on the growth of your business, yes, but it's also important that we treat the workers who have a true passion in this sort of job with care. We need to understand that these people are people, they have lives, and they have dreams. And in order for us to actually live in a well-built society, we need to care about other people as much as we should care about ourselves. If we keep throwing upvotes at AI art that is just a generated image and had zero effort put into it, and we're just ignoring all the handmade crafts, all those other people will probably end up feeling insecure in the future, which I will discuss in our next chapter. Now, this part is probably going to be the most difficult to talk about, because when it comes to, talking about how you feel about something, usually it would just get pushed aside and just treated as if it didn't matter. And yes, I want to be well known, but I want to be well known for the right reasons. Just like any other artist or content creator that had created all of their things by hand. So just to see everyone who is supporting these quote-unquote AI artists just for playing around with some software and creating an image in a matter of like seconds, seeing those people get famous and go viral for it, while I'm stuck over here doing my best to draw what I can and still not feel like I'm enough. Or any artist, really. If any artist is working their butt off and you are making pictures, you deserve to be recognized. You are more worthy than any AI artist. Do not forget that. The reason I say that is because you actually have the talent to create things. You actually have that ability. From what I can see, the people who create AI art, they are just commissioning GAN software in order to create art to visually please people rather than developing any skill or talent. And just like our faces, just like anything else online, the more visually pleasing it is to look at, the more attention and likes that it will get. The reason I still draw by hand is because I actually care about putting in the work and effort into my creations. I actually like having fun when drawing and painting these sorts of things. And any passionate artist will know that on a personal level. And I know that there are a lot more artists out there that struggle with the same things that I do. So here's my wish. I want us all to work together to support this channel and all of the other channels that are actually very talented in hand drawing. And I want us all to make sure that talent gets put over visuals, because that is what we should be praising. If you have a talent for being funny and just being a comedian, then that's fantastic. If you have a talent in writing, then go for it. I want you to achieve your dreams. I want us all to make it, and I want us all to stay happy and safe, because I want that for myself too. So, here's my final protest. If you are simply just supporting someone because they make AI art and, they are AI generated pictures or whatever, you are supporting those kind of people, get your head out of your asshole. Start thinking to yourself. Don't let your feelings override you. Actually take a look for once and see how much work has been put into the picture. And I know, who am I to say this? Just some leftist individual who likes doing art on the internet and, looks forward to trying to better herself every day. Guys, listen, I can make mistakes too, I just did. I don't want a community where it's like, oh, do it, and we know it's wrong. Look, if I make a mistake or I end up acting like a douchebag, I want you to tell me so that I can be better next time. Ooh, monkey, we're done.